Hi there everyone. I wanted to kind of go over this ambitious Scratch project that I made. Let's take first a quick look at what the project is in itself. So you open it up and you click the green flag, and here this piece of candy says type English. So what it's designed to do is you type an English word like tell, T-E-L-L, and it gives you the Pig Latin of the word. However, it's something more complicated than that as well. Let's say I give it a word with a complex onset, such as cream, C-R-E-A-M, cream. Imcray, interesting. So, what inspired me to do this crazy project, and what separates it from others? Well, I was going through freecodecamp.org, and in their JavaScript tutorials, they had one lesson that had the user focus on making a Pig Latin generator. And basically, in that Pig Latin generator, it simply asked you to code a string that would, so you would take a string and it would manipulate the string by taking the first character of that string, removing it, then putting it at the end, and then appending a to it. Or if the first letter were a vowel, it appends way or yay to the end of it. Mine does things a little bit differently, and I'm going to go through it. So, first of all, let's zoom in a bit. There we go. Alright, so let's look at my Scratch code. When green flag clicked, set the English variable to nothing, set the onset variable to nothing, set the rhyme to nothing, and set the vowel count to 0. Then it asks the type English, which is what you see here, and wait. Then I have a function called generate Pig Latin, and you generate the Pig Latin from the answer, and then it gives you the output as this piggy variable. Right, let's get into the generate Pig Latin function here. Alright, so first you set English to the input, right? So it takes the input, which again over here, the input was set to answer. So the first thing it does, it takes the original English and stores it in a variable called English. You can even see it working here. Let me turn these variables on. There we go. So let's do it again with cream. You'll see that cream is stored in the variable called English. Right. So the generate Pig Latin does a few different things. First, it does get onset. So let's take a look at the get onset script. Now with JavaScript or Python, this is a lot easier to code. Scratch, or in this case TurboWarp, is not designed for string manipulation as much as platforming games or small little clicking games and things like that. But some things can be done. So I set a variable called v, which is a number. So for each v in length of string, if that letter v contains an a, so the letter 1 or letter 0, for example, if that contains an a, so the first position, if it's an a, if it's an e, or if it's an I, if it's an O, if it's a U, then stop the string script immediately. We'll see what happens there. Let's take, for example, the word eagle. The onset, we see, is set to nothing, and that's relevant for later. The script is stopped immediately because the first character is already a vowel, so it stops the script. However, if it's not a vowel, it changes the v by 1, because v is again a boolean, and then the onset is set to onset, which was originally blank, plus the letter v minus 1 of string. So the letter being the position that it's now at, minus 1, so the previous position that it just went through, of string, and it keeps adding it to onset. So when we have something like ting, the T is added to the onset. When we have something like tring, TR is added to the onset because that's 2 letters before something that's a vowel, so it doesn't stop yet. And then with string, we have the full str stored in the onset. So that's stored in the onset, which is good. Then we go to rhyme. So this one took me a little while to code. We have while v is greater than the length of onset, set rhyme to join rhyme, which of course starts out as blank, with the letter corresponding to the number v of string, change v by 1, and then if v exceeds the length of string, and I had to put this in to stop it from going to infinity, because otherwise it would, stop the script. So basically it's saying anything that's not already been put in the onset, take the position of that and stuff it all into rhyme. So with string, string, it takes it, you can see it here, string takes it and separates it between onset str and rhyme ing. Then, after the get onset and get rhyme are finished, we have a simple conditional. If the onset, like I'll go back to the eagle example, if the onset is blank, then set piggy, which is the piglet generated to join the rhyme, which here rhyme is just coded as eagle, plus yay. Else, which meaning if onset isn't blank, set piggy to join the rhyme with the onset and then a at the end. So let's see how that plays out. Eagle starts with an E, so it's eagle yay is the piggy that's generated from that. But then we have string. We have the onset coming after the rhyme with a at the end of it. Not yay, but a. And then at the end we have this piece of candy saying ingstray. So that's how we get back full circle to after this is all done, it says what piggy is. So yeah, that's the little thing that I created. Hope you found this helpful. I'll be going through more of my TurboWarp and Scratch projects that I find to be unusual, atypical for most Scratch projects, and hope whoever is watching this finds it useful. Goodbye.